New York, Virginia, New Hampshire, South Carolina, Maryland, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Georgia, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Delaware.
Don't record me.
Hawaii, Alaska, Arizona, New Mexico, Oklahoma, Utah, Wyoming, Idaho, Washington, Montana, we've been there.
We're not going around everywhere.
South Dakota, North Dakota, Colorado, we've been there. Nevada, Dayton,
Nebraska.
West Virginia, Kansas, Oregon, we've been there. Minnesota, we lived there. Wisconsin, we lived there.
We've been here before.
We've been there before. Where is it? What is it? What is it, handsome?
This.
Iowa,
California.
Texas, California. Yeah, we've been there. Florida, we've been there.
Texas.
Michigan, we've been there. Arkansas, Missouri, Maine, Alabama. Woo, Huntsville, Alabama. Don, Mississippi, Illinois. Six Flags is fun there. Louisiana, Montana, Indiana, Ohio, Tennessee, Kentucky, Vermont. Let's get it. Woo! All on the Ohio River. What's the statue called? Don. What's the statue called?
This one?
Uh-huh.
Four Freedoms. The Four Freedoms Monument. And these columns
Hi, cutie.
were at the Coliseum, I think, at one point. No, train station?
What?
The columns. They were at the train station or something like that in the beginning.
Uh-huh.
And when they demolished it, they kept these.
Oh.
And then they brought them here and
Was it the train station or the bus station?
train. And then made this monument out of it to keep it.
It's pretty cool. And it's called the Four Freedom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
Freedom
each one
Monument.
has like
And then they
freedom from fear, freedom from all different kinds of, you know.
And then they have all the states listed.
Right.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Oppression.
Oh, yep. Freedom from oppression, freedom from fear, freedom of religion,
And then
and freedom of speech.
I don't know if they did it in 76. They may have, because 1776 was, in 1976 here was a really big deal. I was a little kid, and they had this thing that went from town to town called the Freedom Train.
Uh-huh.
And you could buy tickets and go in it. It was probably 3 or 4 train cars long with all kinds of
Are you guys not from
history
here?
stuff.
Uh-uh.
It was
you
pretty
from?
cool.
Well, I'm originally from Superior, Wisconsin, and they're from Nashville, Tennessee.
Really?
So, like, I travel a lot, and I try to do, like, different English, like, homeschooling projects and stuff like that. So,
That's cool.
this is pretty cool.
Yeah, this is whenever the war was.
You
And-
built the freight ships?
Yes.
You see it down there with that white thing? Yeah.
We were going to go
That's
there
like
tomorrow.
One of the last ones around. Super cool. Lots of history.
We
And
just
all the
got
guys
In
that work on
1930s, it was built in here.
it. Well, we built
Yeah,
the
we
town
built
of
that one.
Evansville. Built them.
Yeah.
I don't know if they built that one.
Well, yeah,
or
because
not,
that's why we got it.
Mm-hmm.
But that one still runs, and they
just
take
came
it
back.
down the river to different towns every once in a while. But all the guys that work on it are like old war veterans and stuff.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
And they've got some just killer stories.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Just ask away with questions and,
And
stuff
see,
like that. And they'll dig the shit out of it.
Yeah.
And see, like, I was reading on one of the plaques yesterday is that, like, they used to take the steamboats and make it into a hospital and help a lot of people. Like, I thought that was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we've got the train down here. Have you?
Pretty good, eh?
You so cute, Don Don. Yeah, we're almost to the park. Woo! Come on, Don Don. Stay on the trail.
Imagine, who gonna go save him if you roll down into the water? And you gonna have to save him.
Oh, Don Don.
Would you though?
It's okay. Ours got big, you know, like pit bulls, like full-blooded, like they get pretty big. Yes, it's that food place. We're going to the park.
Anyway, nigga, you already ate.
Get it, Don Don. Get it. Get it. Get it. Run, Don Don. You can run on your trail. Go ahead.
That's the pizza man.
You see the park? Run to the park.
That's the pizza man.
Run to the park. Run.
But that's the pizza man.
Run. There's a ball. It's so cool. Here, Don Don. Say cheese. It's so cool. So nice. Yay, good job.
Come on, bro. Damn. I already told you, pizza man, go get you. Come here. Park right there. Park. It's cold as fuck outside.
He profits most who serves best. Civic Award. Evansville. When the desire cometh is a tree of life. Culture, health, happiness, and services. Hall of Fame. Mickey's Kingdom.
This park. John, come back. He almost fell. John, want to go on that?
Woo, Don Don, woo!
You want to go on that?
Yeah.
Come on, let's go on that right there.
No.
Yes, so Mom can go on it.
Good job. Woo! Woo!
Look at Donna. Look at Donna.
Whoa, good job, Don Don. Say cheese. Well, I was trying to say take a nice little cute little picture. Yeah, you got Bluey. Blue.
Go sit down with us. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yay! Let's go. Let's go.
Sit down.
Did you say, let's go? Let's go. Where's your bottle at? Oh.
Sit down.
Danan. Wee. What do you think? What do you think, Dun Dun? What do you think, Dun Dun? Use your freedom of speech. What do you think? Yay! Oh. Are you pushing, Dun Dun? You strong.
Push. Go. Keep pushing.
You strong. You strong, Dun Dun.
Keep pushing.
You strong.
You want to get on?
He's so smart. He was pushing and then tried to jump on while I was going.
You want to go on the metal?
He was using his freedom of play. Freedom of play. Woo. Woo. Woo.
Stop moving. Come here.
Woo. His name is Jadon. And that's Zayden. Yeah. Whoa. I don't even know if you can do that, but if Zayden goes, maybe you could. Go ahead. Go conquer your challenge. Your challenge of the day. Can you do it? Whoa, careful. Careful. Good job, Don Don. Good job, Don Don. Yay! Don Don conquered the impossible. Yay! Whoa! Wow!
Come on, just jump.
Be brave, Don Don. Be brave.
All right, come on. Come on.
Be brave. Be brave, Don Don. Be brave. Be brave.
Sit down. No, don't stand up. You sit down. Hang on. Hang on to this. Hang on to this. Come on.
Whoa, Don Don. That wasn't his bottle. Go, Don Don, go. Go, Don Don, go. Go, Don Don, go. Yay, look at you do it. Yay, did you conquer the impossible? High five.
Stop the cat.
Whoa. Good job, Don Don. Yay. Woo. Get it, boy, get it. Say, see, point, read. Try these. Point to letters painted on the ground. Say the sound each letter makes. Think of words or names that start with the A, B, or C. Point and say, I see a tree. What rhymes with tree? Take turns. Imagine, create, pretend. Turn any time into a story time. Try these. Tell stories about yourself and your family. Begin with when I was little. Look around for story ideas. See a bird. Say once there was a bird named. Have your child help tell the story. Ask what do you think the bird likes to do. Storytelling can grow a child's ability to imagine and listen. Look, learn, and laugh. Take time to pay attention to your child. Stand in the circles, looking at each other. Make each other smile or laugh. Hold hands, give your child a hug, a smile, or a pat on the back. Watch, listen, and learn. See what your child looks at, talks about, and does. Paying attention to children begins them to feel special and secure. Listen, talk, and sing. Listen to the birds. Ask, what are they saying? Can you sing like them? Talk with your child. Ask, what should we do next? Make up silly stories or songs. Sing, swing, swing, bow, bing. Talking and singing with the children teaches them words and gets them ready to read. Describe, compare, and learn. Look at the shapes on the ground. How are they the same, different? Can you find anything else in the park that is shaped like a circle or rectangle? Ask your child to stand inside or outside the square. Toss, shake, and wiggle. Play hopscotch. Toss a small rock or on one of the squares, then top over it. Wow your arms and or tap your head as you hop all of the out of number and ask your child to stand on it. Take turns. Call out a number and ask your child to stand on it. Let your child read and lead the way. Watch what your child likes to do. Is it playing with the other children, looking at bugs, or heading for the slide? Do the things your child likes to do. Is your child sharing or pointing at something else? What do you see? Jump, clap, skip, move. Pretend to move like an animal. Walk like a duck or jump like a frog. Walk backwards or skip. Can your child do the same? Ask your child to do what you can do. Clap or wave your hands, point and smile. Physical activity exercises the child's body and mind. Try this. Find a lower or a tree. Touch it, talk about it. Is it hard or soft, rough or smooth? Compare things like flowers or leaves. Which are bigger or smaller? Talk about these bits of nature. Did they fall from a tree? Grow up from the ground? Exploring the things around you helps the child learn how to solve problems. Woo, Dun Dun! Dun Dun, you see the hopscotch? Can you find the number 2? Can you find the number 2? Where is 2? How old are you? Where is 2? Can you stand in the box that says 2?
Right here. Right here.
2.
This is 2.
Dun Dun say 2. Yay! Get it, Dun Dun, get it. Run down the reading pathway to success. Woo, 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 woo. He's having fun on the pathway to success. Roar! Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Say cool. Oh, whoa. 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 I do act like you're doing it. Show me what they're doing, Dun Dun.
Come on, let's watch it. Put it down. Put it down. Put it down.
Yeah, and show me it. No, you can't use it, but watch. That's not yours, but it's cool. And this is pretty awesome. I didn't know they had a skateboard park.
All you gotta do is just balance.
What do you think, Don Don? Is it cool?
Never seen a skate.
You used to like the skateboard park. What do you think, Don Don? You want to do that when you get older? You think so? You want to do all that? Got tunnels. All on the Ohio River. You getting your exercise? Cascade Falls. What do you think, Don Don? Look at the waterfall. What do you think, Don Don? Yeah. What do you think? Huckleberry Finn was on the Hawaii River. And then those waterfall. Yeah. Yeah. Then yeah.
Oh, I know you smell that.
In 1930s, Evansville, the town of Evansville, used to build those boats.
Huh?
That.
Damn, you got cut off. You can't walk on the hood. It's all used to be trees where we're standing. It used to be trees, y'all. It used to be trees.
No, don't pick it up. Come on. No. No. That's where you put your thing in at.
Mom, watch out. That would have hit you.
Where are you going, Don Don?
Pizza man.
He loves the waterfall.
That don't work no more, Mom. You think it work? Get up. Yeah, music in the chat. They see where every time.
Run, Don Don, run! Run, Don Don, run!
Uh-oh.
Aren't you guys cute? Aren't you guys cute?
What?
You guys are cute.
What?
Isn't that pretty? Look at the sunset. Isn't it so pretty? Yeah.
Even if you want my stomach hurts. I might just throw it. That's cool. Let's see what it does with iPhone. My shit way clearer than yours. Look at this shit. Look at all this shit.
Trains.
Oh, there go Nana right there. Look.
Trains.
Look at that.
Oh, there goes Nana.
Hey, let me get some ice cream. I'm trying to tell you what's wrong with you.
The great beautiful river, since its beginning. Imagine as you gaze at this gateway, a great beautiful river untouched by human presence. Around 20,000 years, glaciers diverted prehistoric rivers to form Ohio River. As native people began to migrate to this area, Mighty River provided them with abundant resources, allowing them to communicate with other cultures as far away as the mountains. The Miami called the river Oem or Ojai, the Wyden referred to as Ohiha, and the Iroquois called the river Oiwayo. All of these words describe the same thing, the great beautiful river. The French began exploring the river in the late 17th century and named La Belle River, or the river for settlers, and became the first. The beautiful river, highway to opportunities. and nothing of the movement of settlers seeking in its new life as farmers along the banks of the author Charles Dickens started at lengthened intervals a log cabin with this little space which bends its thread of blue smoke curling up into the sky. Sometimes the ground is only just now cleared, the felled trees lying yet upon the soil, and the log house only this morning began. The 1808 navigator, a guide in the western rivers, referred to Ohio as the beautiful or fair river. Now the immersed forests receded, cultivations and smile along its banks towns every year, and they decorate in the shores. It is extravagant to suppose that the day is not very distant when the whole margin will form one continued village. For many settlers and newly arrived immigrants, the Ohio River was the road to the rest.
Type shit. Sorry.
The Ohio River was the gateway to freedom. The gateway to freedom. Road to riches. The American novelist Theodore Dreiser, a one-time Evansville resident, wrote about Evansville riverfront in the 1920 Hoser Caravan as a center of trade for the surrounding area. Now shall I forget the first day I beheld it, the Ohio River, from the end of Main Street, which boasts upon a sloping levee and paved with a great gray cobblestone and stacked with enormous piles of cotton and bales, groceries and hardware and boxes and watermelons and other fruits and vegetables and piles of crates, bagged or barreled, at the foot of the levee where it met the water, where long brown webs of floating docks anchored lengthwise the shore and lashed to those again a number of old-time steam wheel river steamers with the black double stacks, double and triple decks, gilt or red, blue and green decorations and piles of freight being taken. The beautiful river. Evansville Museum communist artist William left to design a gate that would integrate the museum with the Greenway. He named it Celestial Gates and described it as follows. Read it. The concept for the gate and the fence are derived. Okay, merchants who became wealthy from river trade were inspired to build their fine homes on Water Street facing the Ohio. Some citizens were inspired to beautify a riverfront. A small park was created in the large with paths, benches, flowers, even a fountain. A Japanese-style shelter house was added in 1913. The citizens who were able to travel, who were inspired by the museums in other cities, and demand grew for an Evansville museum. The 1850 Barnes Armstrong, which once sat on the site, served as the first museum from 1906 to 1910. Then it was torn down. Since 1927, people have been dreaming of a riverfront pathway. This inspiration, this dream, this greenway, now became a reality. A reason to enjoy. Until the 1950s, the Ohio River was treated as an open sewer, receiving raw sewage, slaughterhouse waste, untreated industry discharges, and a host of other pollutants. The Ohio River Valley Water Sanitary Commission was formed in 1948 by the 8 of the states in the Ohio River Basin, including Indiana, Kentucky, and the states pledged to cooperate in the control of water pollution within the basin. A sculpture is born. A dream is born. A town is born. The McGarry family settled in the Red Bank, now known as Henderson, Kentucky, around 1795, and moved to the area in 1803. The elder Hugh McGarry had been closely associated with Daniel Byrne and was a central figure in the Battle of Blue Licks. The younger Hugh McGarry followed his father's footsteps in the Indian fighter and frontman as a horseshoe bend in the Ohio River. Pigeon Creek flows into the river.
Mom.
This beautiful sunset on the Ohio River. Get it, beautiful. Run, 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 run. The Japanese style building that we were talking about.
We still got like a half a mile to go. I don't know what she on about.
That's the Four Freedom sculpture.
Yeah, that's a bird.
The Four Freedoms, and it helped in the war in the 1930s. Evansville World War II effort. Evansville proved herself as an American town in World War II. The labor force grew from 17,000 to 76,000 men and women who gave their best to the war effort. Evansville was the site of Evansville Shipyard, operated by the Missouri Valley Bridge and Iron Company.
Like 1,000 people in the
The last ship sailed from Evansville on December 12, 1945. The shipyard suffered a major fire in January 1946. Over the next few years, the federal government disposed of equipment, structures, lands, and supplies through distribution to other naval bases or direct sale to buyers. By 1949. The last parcel of land was returned to civilian ownership. A number of other manufacturers opposed the war effort of Evansville. At least 230 had the efforts of the men and the women of Evansville Shipyard and celebrated the Evansville Museum's permanent exhibition, answering the call.
Where the fuck is you at?
One wartime shipyard subcontractor was George L. Misker Company. The former Evansville firm was known for its 19th century cast iron storefronts. Pageant around the crescent. The spot is in 790.
I can't sleep. You crashing out.
188.5 miles from the Mississippi River at Cairo, Illinois. 80% of the Great Ohio River lies upstream from here, before state boundaries, roads, and railroads were established. This river and its watershed were a single natural and unifying concept. Indians called the river Oyo, and was interpreted by the French pioneers as La Belle Riviere, meaning the beautiful river. 981 river miles between Pittsburgh and Cairo formed the primary route through the frontier wilderness of Native Americans, explorers, adventurers, soldiers, traders, and settlers. This area has been a witness to the pageant of American history, displayed on the series of plaques along the Esplanade, which were conceived and compiled by Dr. Bay. Woo! There goes Wisconsin, Illinois, Indiana, Michigan, Ohio, West Virginia, New York, Ohio. Creation of the Ohio River. Drainage from this area is once flowed through to a deep bedrock valley located in the northern Indiana called the Tres Mojeres. Located in this valley was the Tyres River, a stream similar to the size of modern Ohio River that flowed from North Carolina to southern part of Illinois, where it emptied in the section of the Gulf of Mexico. The drainage pattern existed the Ohio River watershed. When the advances of the ancient glaciers created the Ohio River Valley, large volumes of water carved the depth of the valley to approximately 100 feet below its current level. When the glaciers stopped, the advance of the water that fed the Ohio River contained sediment, which was deposited into the valley. The repetitive process of erosion and deepening, disposition, and filling over thousands of years has resulted in the current form of the Ohio River watershed. The watershed that drains into Ohio River today includes significant portions of Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky, West Virginia, and parts of Illinois, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Michigan, New York, Virginia, North Carolina, encompassing more than 200,000 square miles with equal size of France, within the Ohio River Valley, and several smaller watersheds. arrival of man and animal. It is firmly believed that the first human to populate America originated in Asia. The vast glaciers that were formed during the Ice Age lowered the oceans, exposing a land bridge, known as Beringa, between the continents. Prehistoric people and animals such as mammoths were able to cross the land bridge from Siberia into Alaska, ultimately becoming submerged as the glaciers melted, forming the strait between the Pacific and the Arctic Ocean. At the same time, natural passageways were created in the ice, allowing migration to continue further into the American continent to inhabit this area that would one day become Evansville. Ice Age, 8000 BC. In Paleo-Indian tradition. The earliest known people to inhabit Indiana, as well as America, were the Indians. These people lived in this area during the final stages of the Ice Age until 8000 BC. They hunted bison, mammoth, using weapons such as spears, which they made from a stone called cheat. Cheat in a fine-grained stone that breaks easily when struck by a harder stone or object, which allowed it to be fashioned into tools. The weapons lived near large rivers, such as Ohio, and where chart was plentiful, where artifacts such as those shown here have been found. Little else is known due to their nomadic lifestyle. They did not remain in one place long enough to have left traces of significant settlements. Woodland tradition. The woodland tradition continues the culture of hunting and gathering food, but it also is known as the beginning plant civilization and food storage within the ceramic pots. Plants such as maize, corn, squash were grown as food stores. The woodland Indians made the ceramic pots by fine hardening clays. The pot contained different shapes and decorations, reflecting the many groups that were evolving within the woodland tradition. The woodland tradition was also included as regional burial practices and rituals, as well as the continued construction of earthworks and mounds. Increase the trade and development of bow and arrow are also imprinted characteristics of the woodland traditions. Mississippian tradition. The Mississippian tradition brought about permanent settlements that contained upwards of thousands of residents. These settlements included community, political, and religious structures, public areas, and individual homes, similar to the modern towns. Harvesting of crops supported these settlements. Social classes, headed by the chiefs and the religious leaders, also excited. A significant example of these settlements is Angel Mounds, located 7 miles east of here. Artifacts found during the evacuations at Angel Mounds have been traced to various locations along the Mississippi and Ohio rivers, as well as other regional areas. The discovery about canoes suggests that the rivers were used for commercial trade. There is no record between European explorers and the Mississippian culture or any clear evidence of what had disappeared. First explorer. There is a great debate over the first European visit the area. Hernando de Soto's army were attempting to colonize the New World for Spain. Arrived in an abandoned town they named Arquexo in 1541. Some feel that Arquexo is actually Angel Mounds, which believe de Soto's journey westward never left the southern part of the continent, and several water route to China. The great French explorer, however, records of trip end at Falls, Ohio at Louisville in 1679. Two other great explorers, Salerian in 1949 and Christopher Gist in 1750, traveled down the Ohio River, but their journeys also ended at the falls. Flatboats. Early settlers and traders abandoned the use of canoes in favor of the larger and more stable flatboats. As travel the Ohio River increased, used to transport people and livestock, as well as freight, flatboats, and crude square flat-bottom boats designed to travel downriver. The largest of flatboats could have been 20 feet wide by 100 feet long. They were sometimes fortified with guns, since pirates were known to raid boats on rivers. Flatboats traveled along during the day because the crew had to be on the lookout for logs, sandbags, snakes, and other hazards. On June 24, 1778, during the full eclipse of the sun, we just had an eclipse on April 8th of 2024, Rogers Clark, a captain in the Kentucky militia, led a flotilla through the Falls of Ohio at Louisville. Clark had been authorized by the Virginia government to recruit 350 men for the mission to gain control of several outposts along the British-controlled western frontier. He was only able to muster half that number for the difficult assignments. His party was 175 men traveling in 4 flatboats past what is now Evansville and went on to complete their mission to capture of the this heroic achievement, a place that was known as the Illinois country under the control of emerging nations. Lewis and Clark. In 1803, President Thomas Jefferson commenced an expedition to find the Northwest Passage along the trade route of the Pacific Ocean. Jefferson settled Meriwether Lewis to lead the expedition into the newly acquired Louisiana Territory. Lewis asked his friend William Clark, the younger brother of George Rogers Clark, to be his co-commander in the fall of 1803. Lewis and Clark traveled down the Ohio River from Louisville to the expedition's starting point under St. Louis Passing, which is now Evansville, and recruiting men for the journey along the way. Did this area have a volunteer as part of the Lewis and Clark expedition? Around 1800, Perry Belleau, descendant of French family, began trading with Indians at the mouth of Pigeon Creek. It is believed that he may have been the first non-Native American to build a dwelling in this area. 1807 keelboats. Around the 1800s, keelboats began to travel on the Ohio River with the flatboats. This new type of boat had a keeled bottom, carved sides, and a pointed bow. In 1807, 22-year-old Henry Miller was building keelboats and using them to trade along the Ohio and Mississippi rivers. This began the career of one of the most influential men on the western rivers. John James. Lydia Bacon, 1811. The French regiment of the United States Infantry passed this area in fall of 1811 on board a fleet of 11 keelboats. They were traveling from Pittsburgh to reinforce the ports. These soldiers were built later in Battle of Tippecanoe. Yet, as my husband was obliged to fight, I never have had a moment regretted to accompanying him. It is a great source of happiness that we can be together, and I have the satisfaction of knowing I am performing my duty. Still, new mercenaries call for our largest songs of praise and gratitude to Him who is constant. My husband has returned in safety after being exposed to the most horrid of all battles, an Indian, and won. I do not regret. 1811, New Orleans. Nicholas J. Roosevelt was assigned to Livingston and Robert Fulton. Captain Roosevelt was a crew. Can you get Don? 1812, Hugh McGrory, Evansville.
Pizza man. Yeah, pizza man right there. He's right. Go. Come on in.
The original plan at Evansville recorded in 1814.
He across the street.
Ferry boats. This summer, after Hugh McGrory joined passage of the land that would become Evansville, he petitioned the Indian Territory government to operate a ferry across the Ohio River and the Pigeon Creek. A number of people operated the Ohio River ferry from the foot of the main street in the following years. The Louisville and Nashville Railroad, did you hear Nashville? Transported its train by ferry until a bridge crossing the Ohio River was constructed. Can you not do that? In 1885, electric urban streetcars still had to cross the river by ferry since they were not allowed to use the Louisville and Nashville Railroad Bridge. The completion of Evansville-Henderson Bridge in 1932 provided a route for cars. Can you stop?
Yo, what the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with you?
1814, George Rapp. Rapp sold 20,000 acres that made up Harmony to a utopian society leader, Robert Owen, who renamed the town New Harmony. 1814. 1824, Robert Owens. 1825, Marquis de Lafayette.
That's my middle name. Why has he got my middle name?
Some believe that the effort the accident Lafayette spent the night in log cabin of John's commander, therefore spring several miles east of... Can you fucking stop?
It's just water.
I don't care. New Orleans was the first city Lincoln had ever visited. It was also known where he encountered slavery for the first time. The sight of men, women, and children in chains being sold like cattle at auctions had a long time effect on Lincoln. He would later say in his experience, "Slavery is a continental torment to me." The moral impact of the trip would remain that Lincoln helped change the consciousness of the nations more than 30 years later than he was elected in the 16th president of the United States. 1929, Andrew Jackson. 1929, 3 steamboats decorated with American flags in red, white, and blue blunting past Evansville while traveling up the Ohio River. On board with one ship was President-elect Andrew Jackson, the hero of the New Orleans during the War of 1812. (1842) Charles Dixon. During the visit to America in 1842, the steamboats were traveling from Louisville to St. Louis. Dickens' observations were published later that the year in his manuscript, American Notes. Although Dickens states in the preface that he was always been in the favor of the United States and to believe that his views America was any ill nature and very foolish thing. Such deadly leading people, such systematic pleading, weary in heaviness, such as massive animated indigestion, in the respect of what general, frank, social, and hearty never sure was brought together elsewhere since the world begun. Mid-1800s Underground Railroad. The Ohio River served as a boundary separation, the slave-free North and the slavery states of the South. Hundreds, perhaps thousands, of runaway slaves crossed the river under the cover of the night into Evansville to begin their pursuit of freedom. Members of the Underground Railroad, a secret organization of anti-slavery Northerners, most of whom were free blacks, the slaves, assistance, shelter, transportation further north, and protection from the professional slave catchers looking to escape the Willard Carpenter House, completed in 1849, was the first stations in the Underground Railroad for fugitive slaves as they traveled north after crossing the Ohio River.
Come over here and talk.
David Dale Owen, 1854.
Number
Cole,
1855.
1855.
His name is Kirsty Miss.
1857, Mark Twain.
That's when you were born, 1858.
1858, Captain and Harry P. Dexter.
That was when Rhonda was born.
1861, the Union Gunboat.
That's when Tyrese was born right there.
1861, Camp Wallace.
This is when Jadon is born.
1861, Union Hospital Boats.
This is when you were born.
1862, capture of the Newburgh.
This is when Nana was born right here. That's when Nana was born.
1862, Union Transclaves. 1866, Robert E. Lee. 1867, Evansville Packet Services.
You can read that.
1868, John Risley Power.
How often daily Semi-weekly. Semi.
He had accomplished the same feat on the Mississippi River the previous year. Power would later fight for the Union in the Civil War in 1862. 1870, steamboat traffic. 1870, Evansville Waterworks. 1873, Sunset Park. River Road was cleaned up to become a sunset park. Between 1905 and 1911, the Sunset Park grew when the Evansville Waterworks relocated out of other properties were acquired by the city. A design team that included George Kessler, a nationally recognized landscape architect, drew park plans that included a shelter house inspired by Japanese paragodas. 1878, J.M. White.
I want to see Rosa Parks.
1884, Claire Barton.
No, don't. Stop licking it. Get it from right there. Get it right there. You don't get that. Come lick your butt off.
1890, Evansville Royal. The Steamboat Royal was built here in 1890 to provide the fastest river service between Evansville, Henderson, and Owensboro. The stern wheeler averaged over 26 miles per hour when traveling from Owensboro to Evansville, and completed the trip from Evansville to Henderson in only 52 minutes. 1893, Captain Mary Grain.
Come here, stop.
1900, showboats. 1918, Ice Gorge. 1919, NC-4 flying boat.
Wait.
1936, Water Street. 1936, Dress Plaza. 1937, Record Flood. 1942, Evansville Shipyard. 1979, Thunder on the Ohio. Making the Ohio navigable. Today's riverboats.
Time to go. Hey!
It's nice. It's nice. Nice.
Pick me up. Second round. Yeah. Like it crashed into the hotel. That bitch gone. That might come.
Hi, say bye-bye. That was our adventure on the Ohio River.
Hold on.